Welcome to Oklahoma, home of the Chain Ranch, which is the home of cattle, turkeys, wind, and whitetails.
My grandfather traded a shotgun and $50 for this place that I live on right now. That was in 1893, and we have been here 121 years.
We're in northwest Oklahoma. Our whitetail hunting in the 20s was almost extinct, and now, as you can tell, we've got deer running everywhere.
Muzzleloader comes in the last week of October, first few days in November.
We gotta wait till turkey's till Saturday.
The guys from Smith & Wesson have been coming here a lot of years. They know what to expect out of me, and I know what to expect out of them.
What your license is good for this year are 2 deer, an antlerless and an antlered.
This year, one of the guys is Melissa Bachman.
Saturday, our fall turkey season opens up, and we've got you a turkey tag. You can shoot it with a muzzleloader, or you can shoot it with a shotgun.
Well, we shot 3 shots, shooting pretty good. They're all in a pretty good group. Just a tiny little bit right, but right now it looks good. Can't wait to get out there. It's extremely hot right now, but the good news is it's dropping down to probably almost the 30s in the morning, so it's gonna be warm. They're probably gonna move late, but as long as they move, that's all we care. We just got in the blind here in Oklahoma. It's probably 75 degrees, so it's still plenty warm. But we've got just a beautiful setup. We've got a big winter wheat field right in front of us, and then they've got thick enough trees on the sides. So as they said, a lot of these bucks will come out of the trees, and as soon as they hit the food plot, well, they're already in muzzleloader range. So I can see probably 150 yards all the way around. Really, really nice setup. We have our first deer just finally stepped out onto the field. Got the sun coming in, but in probably 15 minutes it's gonna be down below. But the shades get nice. Deer are starting to come out. I think they're gonna start pouring out. It's actually getting nice and cool. It's not hot anymore, so that's a huge bonus, and hopefully it's only a matter of time. We've got probably 45 minutes left to light, so hopefully it'll get one of these big bucks up and moving.
Well, it was starting out kind of slow. We had warm weather and it was just tough hunting. And that's the way it goes sometimes. But I was willing to put in the time, and I was hoping that eventually it would pay off.
Well, it's one of the first cold mornings out here. We got in right in the dark. Been sitting for a while. It's gotten light, just kind of cool terrain around here. But it is downright chilly this morning, so that's really good news. It should get these deer up and moving. So far, we just had one little spike come through. Had a couple of does through here, but I'm thinking this might be the ticket to what we need the next 2 days. There's a good front coming in. We've been looking at the weather app. Looks like we're gonna have really, really good chances these next 2 days. Cooler weather moving in, it's definitely got things up. We had coyotes all over here this morning. I'd look over, there's 1, 2, 3 coyotes, and I couldn't shoot them. I'm out here with a muzzleloader. Not probably ideal to be shooting coyotes, and especially when we got deer all over as well, so I had to let all the coyotes go. Pretty sure it must be their lucky day, because there's not very many instances I'd do that. Now, as those coyotes were here, we looked up, and I just saw kind of a fleeting glance of it. Looked like a nicer rack buck. I couldn't get a good look at it. I'm not sure, I think it was about an 8-point, but it's kind of hard to tell. But the point is, everything's up and moving this morning, so I'm super hopeful. We're gonna sit here at least until midday. We didn't see a lot of big bucks here this morning, but I'm a firm believer that this evening it's just gonna keep getting better.
Normally, if you can find the does, you can find a rutting buck, and that's what you key in on is where the does are, and more likely to come during daylight hours.
On any hunt, well, it's always fun to be seeing does and watch them coming through. But when you know you're just days away from the rut, Well, that really makes it exciting. Every single doe, you're just thinking, maybe she's the one that's gonna bring those big bucks in.
We've got about an hour and a half left to good light, and the deer are already starting to show up. Now, the way we have this set up, we've got a pretty heavily wooded area, and it's about 120 yards. The good thing, we're up a little bit higher in this box blind, and it's extremely important out here because out in Oklahoma, the grass is really high this year, so it's tough to see those deer. They can sneak right up on you. So we've got a really good vantage point. We got the wind in our favor, and we're right on a river bottom. So we got all the things in our favor, and hopefully we can get one of those nice deer up and moving tonight.
Melissa's search for Oklahoma whitetails at the Chain Ranch continues when Winchester's Deadly Passion returns. This segment was brought to you by U.S. Sportsman's Alliance, our heritage, our fight, protecting hunting from coast to coast.
Did you know that in 2005, the USSA and its partners stopped an animal cruelty bill that would have outlawed hunting in Texas? This is a state that ranks second nationwide in number of sportsmen and women, with 2.71 million hunters and anglers who spend $4.1 billion annually and support over 65,000 jobs. Bottom line, don't mess with Texas. Just another fun fact showing how sportsmen and women are helping make a difference.
This week, Melissa is on a whitetail hunt at the Chain Ranch in Oklahoma.
So we've got a really good vantage point. We got the wind in our favor, and we're right on a river bottom. So we got all the things in our favor, and hopefully we can get one of those nice deer up and moving tonight.
The Chain Ranch enjoys legendary status in the state of Oklahoma.
My granddad and dad would never have dreamed that it turned out like this. We put a lot of country back to grass that was broke up. I think we built 50-some ponds. And then we won the Environmental Stewardship Award and went to the national finals, and I think it was second from the way we've improved.
And it's mostly sandy loam soil, so there's certain types of grass that grows better out here than certain areas.
I'm used to hunting a lot of hardwoods where you literally can only see just a little bit in front of you. But here, well, we had tons of wide open spaces. So you're constantly looking, and it's always keeping you active. You're always looking for that next doe, that next buck to step out.
We're just wrapping up this hunt. We're gonna get out, hop in the vehicle, probably gonna drive around a little bit, do some scouting, and then sit this afternoon. Now I'm really thinking it's gonna get better. We've got a lot of this nice cool weather moving in. Things are starting to move. This morning didn't quite happen yet. We've got some does moving around, but hopefully this evening, that's when the big bucks will start moving. Anytime a weather front comes in, it really does make a difference. Right now we've got some heavy winds, but I'm hoping those winds lay down, the deer will come out.
Now on this hunt, I was using loose powder. Now the reason I like it is because it really shoots a lot cleaner and it's more accurate. We were shooting Blackhorn 209 and it really is impressive. At the range, the guns were shooting incredible. Now the one place that I usually do a lot of my muzzleloader hunting, well, that's in Illinois. And one of the reasons is because they have a late season that's muzzleloader only. Well, usually it's cold, but not this time. I knew we were hitting it just right. We were there right before the peak of the rut.
Well, we're heading right over to our blind now. This evening, we're going to be sitting on a field. Now, a lot of this is rye. He's got a little bit of alfalfa mixed into it. And what's really nice is we've got a lot of visibility here. We've got a pretty good wind. We're going to be crawling into the ground blind and should be awesome. There's a lot of deer coming through here, hogs, all sorts of stuff. So, should have a good evening sit. We're out here in Oklahoma, and the one thing that I found here that they have more of than even their deer, well, these sand spurs, they are everywhere. And as you can see, I have got them all over the inside of my jacket, all over my pants right now. They are just terrible. Now these little guys, they don't look like they're that sharp, but I'm gonna tell you what, I've stepped on a few, got them in my boots. Just a pain, but I guess that's a small price to pay for the nice bucks of Oklahoma.
sitting on stand, well, we weren't seeing a ton of deer, and that's the way it goes sometimes. But I knew that Oklahoma has the potential to produce these big bucks. So there was no question. I was gonna be sitting dark to dark, and I knew at any moment, well, the switch could flip, and those bucks could be rutting, and it could be a total game changer.
Tip of the Week is brought to you by Field & Stream. Trusted brands, timeless traditions.
When you're out muzzleloader hunting, one of the extremely important things is being prepared and knowing all your gear. Now I'm using about 110 grains of powder, so you simply put it in your speed loader, you have it all ready. Just as simple as using pellets, but much cleaner, and it's a lot more accurate. You can get 15 to 20 shots without having to clean your muzzleloader. With pellets, you're looking at probably 3 or 4, and you may not be able to reload. The other thing I like to do, I like to have my primers easily accessible. The last thing you want to do is be scrambling around looking for primers. So by having just a simple little accessory, you always know where they are and you can find them. Same with the bullets. I'm shooting a 250 grain Barnes bullet. It's extremely important. All these items, they're right along with me, and it really does make a difference. I love muzzleloader hunting, but you want to put a little time into being prepared, having the accessories you need, and of course, shooting a great gun is a huge, huge help.
This segment was brought to you by Boss Buck. For the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market, choose Boss Buck feeders. Now you're getting serious. Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Cuddy Back Digital, Hard-Hitting Easton Arrows, Hunter's Safety System, Winchester Repeating Arms, Swarovski Optic, Scent Killer Gold with Hunt Dry technology. Apply it, dry it, and go hunt. Rage Broadheads, leading the evolution in lethal technology. U.S. Sportsman's Alliance, protecting hunting from coast to coast. And Golden Triangle Whitetail, your hunt of a lifetime awaits.
As a whitetail hunter, well, I love going anywhere across the country that might have the possibility of big whitetails. Now, one of the states that fits that profile that I had not hunted before, well, that was Oklahoma. On this hunt, I was with Paul Pluff from Thompson Center and Smith & Wesson and a whole bunch of other people.
We're actually utilizing the Thompson Center Pro Hunter Encore system. In this case here, we have the Realtree Max Camo on these things.
We were hunting at the Chain Ranch in Oklahoma. Now, one of the things about the Chain Ranch, well, it is pretty special. In fact, there are very few places that have the story that this place has.
The Chain Ranch was founded in 1893 by my great-great-grandfather, Oscar Chain.
We raise Red Angus cattle. It's a full farming operation. We hunt about 10 months out of the year if you include the wild pigs.
I never thought we'd ever sell wind. You won't run out of wind in this area. You might run out of oil, you might run out of water, but you'll never run out of wind.
As we were on stand, well, we spotted some deer starting to come up. Now, I knew that this could be it. We had does on the field, maybe a buck could be coming behind them.
Glassing right into the sunset right now. It's making it extremely difficult. You got that sun coming in, and you try to glass, you try to get right above it so you can see in there. But it's making it really tough. It'll probably be another 20 minutes and that sun will be setting. But I saw one, looks like it's a buck. Not sure how good he was. Looks like he might be working in the scrape way in the back. But the nice thing is, all the deer are doing the same thing. They're kind of filtering around. And so I'm hoping that's what the bucks will do too. So far that's what the does are doing, and as long as I can see pretty soon, we should be okay.
I had the sun dead center in my eyes. I could barely see, and this buck's kind of cruising in and out, and I'm thinking, I'm not even gonna get a shot. I can't see him through my scope because I've got such a sun flare. And I missed. Total miss. Now I don't know where I hit. All I know is I was flustered.
Tip of the week is brought to you by Field & Stream. Trusted brands, timeless traditions.
Anything that you wear into the whitetail woods, whether it's wore for hunting or for scouting, should really be thoroughly washed in Scent Killer Gold laundry detergent. You want to have your clothing as scent-free as possible. This laundry detergent is formulated with ultra-concentrated odor-fighting power. You can wash twice as many loads per ounce compared to regular Scent Killer liquid clothing wash. And it's a special high-efficiency formula that fights odors, dirt, and stains in your hunting clothing without adding the fragrance or UV brighteners. We recommend that you wash a load of your everyday laundry in the washer with Scent Killer Gold laundry detergent before washing your hunting clothes. It works great for everyday clothing as well, and this will help remove any perfume odors left behind from your commercial detergent that you normally use. Once you remove your everyday clothes, it's time to wash your hunting clothes. Wash everything that you'll be wearing, even the clothes that you'll be changing out of in the field. This way you won't be adding scent to your freshly showered body. And when you put on these traveling clothes, always be sure to follow the clothing manufacturer care instructions. After washing, it's recommended whenever possible to hang dry your clothes outdoors. Sometimes this isn't an option, and in such cases, we recommend using your home dryer. However, your dryer should be conditioned as well before using it to dry your hunting clothes. First, you want to clean the lint trap of all the lint. Next, dry a load of everyday clothes that have been washed in Scent Killer Gold laundry detergent. This will get the dryer ready for your hunting clothes. After removing the load, clean the lint trap one final time. The dryer is now all ready for your hunting clothes. Once your clothes are fully dry, store them in a scent-free container until you're ready for the hunt, and you'll be all ready to go.
Winchester Deadly Passion is presented by Winchester, the American legend. Matthews, catch us if you can. Field & Stream, where traditions begin. ScoutLookWeather.com. Download the free Deer Log app for your smartphone. Moose Utility Division. Demand the brand. Bog Pod. Versatility defined. M&P by Smith & Wesson. And Boss Buck, for the most user-friendly and dependable feeder on the market. Now you're getting serious. Closed captioning is brought to you by the 4-in-1 Woodsman from Zippo Outdoor.
And I missed. Total miss. I thought I was flustered before with the sun in my eyes. Well, you might as well multiply that times about 100 after a miss. There's not very many times that you get a second chance. I was so relieved. In fact, I was sort of in shock. So I wasn't totally sure if this buck was down for good or what had happened. So I got out of that blind. As I walked up on him, well, he wasn't going anywhere.
What a hunt this has been. We got deer coming in. This buck was just running like crazy. I'm so shook up right now. I can hardly see because of the sun. Missed on the first shot. How many times you get a second chance with a muzzleloader? Not that often, but this boy, he's a second chance. We're out here in Oklahoma, and this has just been awesome. Just a beautiful buck out here. He was out chasing these does, just going crazy. Nice mass on him, just a huge, huge body. Nice buck. We've been out here with the Encore muzzleloaders, just worked out great. Very seldom people don't like shooting muzzleloaders because you usually don't get a second shot. Well, this time we did. Cool part of us being here, it has been just an awesome hunt. I've had a really tough whitetail season, and this is my first buck on the ground. I've probably put in 45 days this season, and now I've got a beautiful buck down there. Just a nice Oklahoma deer, my first one, and I am super, super excited. What an awesome hunt.
Follow Melissa on Twitter at Melissa Bachman and on Facebook at facebook.com/Winchester Deadly Passion for behind-the-scenes footage, photos, giveaways, and much more.